fight that we're going to refer to, was actually a fight in Pride, I believe it was in Japan. It was a really famous battle between a fighter by the name of Sakuraba and a fighter by the name of Henzo Gracie. So one of the famous members of the Gracie family fought this fellow by the name of Sakuraba, who had beaten his brother before, and it was kind of a big, drawn-up bout. There was a lot of hype around it, and Sakuraba ended up defeating Henzo with a really, really mean Kimura lock. Now, we're going to be a little bit less mean about it, but we're going to learn the same finish of the Kimura lock. The way he set it up, Sakuraba actually set it up with a really crazy transition. He was turned away against the fence, and Henzo locked his hands around Sakuraba's waist, and Sakuraba locked this up and ended up really brutally breaking free and spinning Henzo down onto his back and ending up right on top like so. Now, doing that crazy spinning transition from the feet is probably not something I'm going to have you guys do when we have this many people in the room. Like, it's a really bad press release, like 8 concussions and I like press releases, but I like to try to make them good. And frames, it's nice. That'll be a bad one. So we're just going to go over the finish. We're going to talk about what happened when it hit the ground, a particular way to finish this shoulder lock. It's very, very effective. So if we can hear, I'll spin Josh. We'll start off with Josh with his hand around the level of his own waist. The Sakuraba actually already landed with the grip, but we're going to start with Josh with his hand reaching through here. I'm going to reach back with my hip side hand, get a grip on his wrist in this position. Then my left hand is going to come under his elbow and grab my own wrist. Is this grip familiar? Yeah, we did this from the back mount. We turned it into an arm bar. So Kimura grip is a pretty universally applicable grip. I can use it for control, use it for submission, all kinds of cool stuff. So 1, scoop under, 2. Now I'm going to bring his hand off and off to the mat. The way I do that is I'm going to actually loop it up. It's going to be hard to drag it off his body, so I'm going to lift and plant it. So I actually yank it away from him. I don't want to try to push it through his abs. It's kind of hard. Drag it off his abs. He's going to try to grip himself there. I'm going to yank it up and over. Being very nice to Josh. I know his limits of flexibility here. And now I've got my own wrist. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to grab his wrist with my arm that's under his arm. So I was gripping here on my own. Now I grab his wrist. I'm going to support behind this hand now. And as I shift my weight back, so there's a little air underneath his shoulder here. As I shift my weight back, I'm going to use this hand to shove and this hand to pull and force this hand of his to move towards the back of his own head. From here, I push underneath and get my submission. So I'm lifting his shoulder a bit. I'm pulling with this hand. I'm pushing this one through. This one's bulldozing that wrist. Force my tap. So one more time, we're going to go through the grips. I'm here. I'm going to grab his wrist. I'm chest to chest, holding him nice and tight. This arm's going to go under his elbow, get my own wrist. He's going to try to keep it on his body. I'm going to yank it up and away and plant it. So I get that loop. That's really important, generally speaking, in being able to break the grip from his own body. Now, I grab his wrist. So I was here, I grab here. Support behind my own knuckles, and now I lift his shoulder just a bit and I shove that hand, like I'm trying to get his hand to come out on this side. Probably not going to happen. Nope, he taps instead. Most human beings will do that. Maybe there's a couple of you in here who will go to there. But there's still something to be done with you guys, and I'll walk around and make sure that happens. Either way, generally speaking, I'm here again, traditional Kimura grip. Switch off. So my arm under his arm is grabbing his wrist. I support behind it. Lift that shoulder just a bit, drive it through. Easy submission.
Do you want to learn all of these UFC techniques in a free DVD sent to you? We literally have the entire seminar on DVD, and we will send this DVD to you free, shipped, and we're sending them all over the state of Rhode Island simply by visiting blackdiamondmma.com/UFC and filling in the form there, or by giving us a call at 401-308-3229. In addition, you'll also get a copy of my book, The Unexpected Champion, featuring Ben Askren, who's an undefeated pro MMA fighter and a wrestling Olympian. So you'll have all these UFC techniques via DVD from the entire seminar that we did, UFC Techniques Made Easy. And you'll also get a copy of the Ben Askren book sent to you 100% for free. Again, either give us a call at the number there or visit blackdiamondmma.com/UFC.